Hi, I'm Grace Plata, and I'm here to equip, empower, and encourage you to help you live your best life. So today we're going to talk about an interesting subject that you might be like, what are you talking about, and what do you mean, and what examples are you going to give? So the title of today's lecture is How to Have a Paying Job Without Working a Day in Your Life. And you might be like, Grace, you're just a kid. Come on, you've never been in the workforce, you don't have a job, come on, what do you know? And I agree. I am just a kid. I've never really had a full-time, part-time job, but I have had a few things on the side, but that's anyway. But you may be right about that, but I do know what the real world is like. So I may not be a full-grown adult, but I know how things work. So it seems impossible to have a job and get paid for it, right? Well, it happened to Edison. So during a really, really busy time in Edison's life, his wife is like, honey, take a break. Okay, I give you permission to go tomorrow and go any place you want for some rest and some relaxation. So he said, okay. And the next day, he woke up at 5 a.m. and went to work. And she was just like, what just happened? So she went to his work, and she's like, I told you to go take a day off. And he's like, I am taking a day off. This is where I want to be. And she's just like, what the heck? So what happened to Edison, how he was able to have a job and yet still get paid, is he loved what he did, which is what I want to talk to you guys about today. So I'm sure Edison had his bad days when he was making a light bulb. It took him 1,000 times. Wouldn't you get sick of making something for 1,000 times, just over and over and over again? But anyway, he loved what he did. And when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like a weight on your shoulders of something you have to do, something like a chore that you just want to get out of the way. There's a saying that love what you do and do what you love, which is great and all. But, there comes a time that everybody experiences when that feeling of love goes away. Feelings, when the feelings aren't there to drive you anymore, what are you going to do? You drive your feelings. You tap into your passion. And you might be like, Grace, but you just said when the feelings are gone. I know what I said. Passion isn't a feeling. Passion is a conviction. Like the three top things that we think are feelings really aren't. Passion, happiness, peace. They are not feelings. Passion is a conviction. Happiness is a choice. And peace is a person. So, the things we feel we love, that feeling isn't going to last unless we plug our drive. We get our drive from things we feel like we love or like we're obsessed with. People will say, like, make your obsession your career, which is again nice and all, but that obsession, that feeling of obsession goes away. Have you ever been obsessed with something that like a trait, or not a trait, like a hobby? I've had so many of those before. Like, my friends and I were obsessed with this cartoon, so like we were obsessed with drawing. I was obsessed with music for a long time. I was at one time as a kid, I was obsessed with making forts. We go through all these obsessions, but unless these obsessions, these motivations we're drawing out of ourselves are fueled and driven by something else other than our feelings. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because our feelings are temporary. I like this saying, our feelings are fickle. They're like the weather. Weather changes. Our feelings will change. We're working, my sister, I've mentioned this last week, but I hate to give it anyway. So my sister and working on this project, every day we feel something different about it. Like, okay, we love it. Yeah, we're motivated. The next day it's like, it's the last thing we want to do. Feelings are fickle. They change. So peace, passion, happiness, they are not feelings. So I'm glad we got that we got that covered. But yeah, feelings are nice. They won't last forever. We need to make a decision that if something we really want, if something we really want to keep, we got to fight for it. Even when that feeling is gone, and that is not like what I'm going on now is not just for a job anymore. It's not for a job. These are life lessons. And so that feeling of love is going to go away unless it is fueled and driven by something else other than our emotions. So we find something that we know what we love, and when it's fueled by something other than our feelings, when we want to stop, we can't, even if we tried. So flip a switch on your brain. Drive your emotions instead of your emotions driving you. See, I went through this phase, an obsession, I guess, if you'll call it that, of these thoughts. Just like if I felt that maybe like God loved me, he loved me, or I felt like he was mad at me, but I had to go to a truth in something other than my feelings that he doesn't change, honestly. I don't know if you've been dealing with that too, but that's something I had to go through a few months ago, like not trusting in my feelings, going from something other than my feelings. And sure, we all get that feeling. I'm sorry I keep using the word feelings, but that's what I'm trying to get across. We all want to quit sometimes, whether we love what we do or not. But there comes a time when we love what we do, even with all the frustrations, and that is what positions us to succeed. That is what keeps us going. There will be something in you, I promise. Once you start doing something that you're made to do, yes, there'll be frustrations, yes, there'll be hard times, but there will be something in you that is driving you other than your feelings. It won't feel like a job. It'll become a true passion. And that, my friend, is something that everybody is after. Everybody wants to have a true passion, something that they are completely 100% know that no matter what comes, they are completing it. It doesn't feel like a job, something you have to do. As I mentioned in the beginning, there's no burden on you. John Maxwell says, the dude is amazing. Take his advice that when you do what you love, you won't mind not getting paid. Yet you will be so good at it that people will still happily pay you and pay you a lot. I know this guy. He's 16. He's already a millionaire. He is a complete workhorse. He's still posting Instagram stories of him working on books and projects at 1 a.m. and he gets up at crack of dawn to do it all over again. I don't know how he finds his passion. Oh wait, yes I do. It's driven from something other than his feelings and how tired he is and whatever he's doing. He knows that no matter how many bad days he has, there is something that is going to reward him. I know some weeks I feel like I haven't felt like doing a Facebook Live. You overcome your feelings no matter what you feel like doing in that day. It's just I kick myself in the, not really, but I'm like, come on, we have to do this today. And then after I did it that one day where I really did not feel like doing it, I got someone thanking me. I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just giving an example of someone thanking me for how I spoke into their life and how they want their kids to watch. I'm like, that is so rewarding. So when you overcome your feelings, when you are overcoming your feelings as you deal with them, when you try hard enough, when you have a desire to do something so badly, it's already half done. I've mentioned this before, but if everything I've said today, this isn't the context of a job. I thought the name was pretty catchy because oftentimes people will feel like their work is weighing them down, but these are lessons for life. I guess it should be retitle it how to overcome your feelings or something, but that doesn't sound as catchy. So this is how to have a paying job without working a day in your life. Bonus life lessons, I guess that's what I'll call it. So overcome your feelings. Get over yourself. You're fine. You'll get over this. So thank you so much. If this inspired you and encouraged you, please share with somebody and like this. And I just thank you so much. I will see you next week. If this provided value for you, go ahead and let me know. I really appreciate all the comments and thank you. So I will see you next week. Thank you for your time.